resembled almost 10 consecutive weekends in the SEC. That's what it was. This is what it's like playing the SEC. Every weekend's just like this. And there's a little more at stake in this one deal, but there's a lot at stake every weekend in our league. I couldn't be prouder of our kids. But, in the postseason, they just did an incredible job competing every minute, coming together. Our seniors really did a great job of leading. Just couldn't be more proud of them. The deal with today is we didn't throw enough strikes. We had great opportunities to slam the door. All we had to do was get Florida to put balls in play, and we didn't. And, that's my responsibility, and, that's an area of our program we just got to get better. The 2 walks there by Norris, just kill it. We got to force early action. Daryl's, the reason we had him in the game there is because he's one of our better command guys, but he's a freshman, and he'll be better, a year from now. So, we just let him create an inning there by walking people. And, we walked 7 in a game, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So 2, 4, 6, 7 guys, yeah. So if you take the walks out and have them put balls in play, you're going to be better. Some balls left in the yard. We're not as set up to do that. Nick's been on a tear, but credit to them. I thought the home run there by Tucker, ball down in the zone as a changeup, and Caleb was on fumes at that time, but we thought we might get him to chase a changeup down in the zone. The reason we brought Caleb in right then is because that's where the game was. I mean, the game's screaming, this is the whole game right there, and it ended up being that. But we thought Caleb just kind of pitch around the left-hander there. Again, we went change up down. He went there down and got it and hit it out of the ballpark, so he did a great job.
John, was there any thought given to walking Tucker in that situation?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're trying to do. If you looked at the pattern, there weren't a lot of balls around the strike zone. You kind of figuring if you throw it out of the strike zone, you're going to get a chase and you're going to get an easy out. And he just went down and got it. I don't have instant replay or anything, but I think the way it looked, it was down. It was a change up down the zone. He just went down and got it.
John, why were you upset with Kevin O'Sullivan?
You know what? I'm not going to comment on that. I thought there were 2 great teams just competing their hearts out. Sometimes things happen, but it's all forgotten in the end. That's what competing's all about.
John, with Polio right now, what was going on with him? Was he just leaving the ball up?
Yeah, he just, we need a little swing and miss there, and Polio didn't have command in and out to be able to get a swing and miss, to get the body language. So many times you're reading body language of the hitter, and you sit there and go, okay, he didn't see that pitch. You have the little, the little movement of the body that says he's not locked in, he's not seeing this. When Devin came in the game, we're starting to get some of that. We get some hitters, we're working in and out with the fastball and the slider. We're getting some good body language from hitters, saying that they're not picking it up great. I never got there with Polio today, and I'm a big believer in that. When all of a sudden they're taking great swings and there's no bad posture or bad body language by their hitters, you got to do something different quickly, especially in a ballpark that can play like it did today.
Nick, talk a little bit about just the emotional roller coaster of the day, the weekend. You had the big home run, and then the RBI single push you guys up ahead.
Well, it was unbelievable, especially when we were picked last in the SEC this year. So to come here and do what we did was really special. I was proud of our guys for coming and fighting back, getting that lead again, and in my head I was like, if they win this game, they're gonna earn it, and that's what they did. And I don't have anything bad to say about them. They're a really good team, and I hope they represent us well in the Omaha.
Nick, could you almost taste it though? There after y'all pulled ahead, you're trying not to think that way.
Yeah, but you can't help but think that way a little bit. 2 runs late in the ball game. We still got some good guys in the pen. I thought we really had a chance, and things just didn't go our way, and that's just the game. That's how it goes.
What did he throw you, and what did you see on the home run?
He threw me a fastball in. He tried to bust me in late. I was low in. Yeah.
John, you guys expect to finish last, go under 500 in regular season play. You got Chip Barks in the dugout. Can you talk about the makeup of this team and just kind of how they came together and were able to go where you did?
Yeah, the sub 500 thing, finished, we were in 6th place in the best league in America. And I picked to finish last. The reason these guys bring that up is because they got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder about it, and that's why we are where we are. That's why we made this jump this year. I've been there before and had the same thing. Kentucky, you kids read it, last place, they win a league. Year 3 is a difference maker, and our kids have competed their tails off. They've worked extremely hard. We're basically just a couple of strikes away from changing the momentum of this game and going to Omaha. So I think it's a huge credit to our kids. It's a big jump for our program, but I can't stand saying that because I want to be in Omaha. I don't want to say it's a moral victory. There are not. We got to get to Omaha and do whatever it takes. But again, our seniors have laid the foundation for these young guys. And I think we have some extremely talented young guys, as talented as anybody in the Southeastern Conference with our young guys, to really, get us where we need to be in the future.
John, it may be the last game Devin plays for you. Just talk about what he gave you out of the 10 and what he was able to keep in the ball game.
Yeah, Devin did a great job for us. At the end there, they started getting hard contact, so we went a different direction. We throw the guy at the plate there on a great tandem. Again, what a great game by Nick Bickerson. Gets huge hits in the tandem. He just blows the guy off the plate, makes it look easy. But there were 3 hard hits in a row versus DJ there, and so we felt like we needed to make a move. And obviously we did.
John, can you talk about any conversations you had before the game with Caleb as far as whether he could go?
Well, Caleb told us, he said, hey, I want the ball in the 9th. Give me the ball in the 9th. Well, the 9th was the 6th, or the 7th. The 9th in the kid's mind is different than the 9th in our mind. Where the game is in front of you and it's screaming out, you got to have a stop. That's where we needed Caleb. We were just going to ask Caleb to get 3 outs there and then go to somebody else. But we weren't going to get to the 9th if we didn't bring Caleb into the game. So he kept telling us on the bench, that he really wanted to be part of it. And I don't. He was our best strike thrower coming out of the bullpen, and I do that 1,000 times in a row. He's our best guy. He wanted the baseball. He created some movement, some deception, and. I thought, outside that one pitch, I thought he did a pretty good job for us.
Hey, Brent, you're getting the 2 runs there, obviously taking the lead. What was it like getting back to the dugout after that final out of the 7th?
It was awesome. We were all just up, and we just got, we still had 9 outs to go, so, we just had to stay up and stay confident, keep doing our thing, but it just didn't work out for us.
Brent, did you feel, though, like that hit might have changed everything?
I really did, You can't help but think that way, but with still 9 outs to go, Florida, they're a real good hitting team, so they're going to be back in it. But when that happens, you're just so pumped up, just ready to go, Just wish it would have been the 9th. Had 3 outs left, something like that.
John, what was your view of the foul ball that came from your dugout on the Florida first baseman and your coach and your contact?
Well, I think you got it. I'm doing what everybody else in the world is doing. I'm looking at the baseball. So that was my view. I think you'd have to see it on film.
John, you talk about Zanino. It's kind of a lot of guys hit the ball well today for them, but he's kind of consistently been the guy that's hurt y'all all season. It's just a matter of him finding that one good pitch to get. Yeah,
he's a good player. Yeah, I really liked his comments. I can't remember where I read it, but he made a comment about last year he swung really hard and had effort to swing, and he talked about just putting the barrel where he wanted to and staying under control of the swing, and I can see there's a big difference there. He's a really good player. He's the guy you don't want to hurt you. If I'm on the other side in Florida, I'm saying I'm not going to let Nick Bickerson beat me today. There's no way I'm going to let that guy beat me. If I'm in our dugout, I'm saying there's no way I'm going to let Zanino. It's not that easy. It's because those guys just tend to come up where you don't have a choice. Zanino's, he was player of the year in our conference. The guy is a very good player.
John, in that situation 7th, when they get the 2 guys on, does it show how the game has changed if they bunted Zanino?
No, you know what? I think that was a great move on their part, really. If he hits a deep fly ball and gets out there and, you can't push the guy over, I think that's a good call on their part. I really do. Because, the odds of him jumping the yard there versus the odds of him, moving the guys for sure with less than 2 or with 0, I think it's a good move.
Hey, could you just talk about